All right, I'm finna talk about how you can live life like a new fucking person, dude. And I'm talking to myself right now too, because this is a message that I also need to hear. And the reason that I'm making this video is because I'm distilling my own thoughts down. Because I'll be honest, bro, I wasn't even planning on telling the story. Shit, get my fucking camera right, dog. I wasn't even planning on telling a story about recently, but like I'll fucking do it, dude. But I haven't gone to the gym in like a fucking month, and I'm withering away. I'm not actually withering away. I still look good as fuck, but I haven't gotten back on my habits, bro. I have not gone to the gym. I haven't meditated. I haven't gratitude journaled in a hot minute because after the move, man, I've been spending so much time at work. Literally my working hours, I can't go to the gym that's nearby while they're open to start a membership. But I'm making fucking excuses and I need to just find a way to do it, honestly, because mama ain't raised no bitch. But I'm talking now about how you can start to completely change the way that you live. The first thing that I want to talk about is that you are creating hella pain for yourself by simply giving yourself the option to waste time, by simply giving yourself the option to procrastinate on shit, right? I'm gonna tell you the story of when I first started going to the gym. I was 14 and I only started going because I had to do the personal fitness merit badge for Boy Scouts. And like, you can razz me for being a Boy Scout, that's fine, I don't fucking care. But man, for the personal fitness merit badge, I had people counting on me. Every single week when I'd go back to that meeting, they'd be like, did you go to the gym? Did you hit your weights? And I was like, yeah, I did. This is the amount of push-ups I could do. This is the amount of sit-ups I could do. And after a month of doing it, I was like, man, this is a good habit. This feels good to do. I want to keep going. I'm going to keep going, right? And I fell off immediately. And the crazy thing is, when I was 16, 2 years later, I tried this again. I got my mom to take me to the gym, get me a membership, right? And I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit it all the time. And I went once. I went on the treadmill because I didn't know what the fuck to do, and then left, and I didn't go back again. And it fucking smacked me. It smacked me in the face recently that I used to not be able to do anything without having some sort of daddy behind me, right? Whether it was my actual dad or whether it was like the daddy of a boss or a teacher or someone just keeping me accountable. Someone saying, Luke, you have to do this thing. Or Luke, did you do this thing? I would never wake up on time if I didn't have school. I would never get any extracurricular work done, right? Because I didn't care enough about it because I didn't have some daddy behind me. Even if it was something I did care about, even if I wanted to start making music, right? Because I've been into music for a long time, but if I wanted to start making music, I wouldn't start it because I had no one behind me saying, did you do this thing? Did you do this? And I realized that the reason that I was giving up so easily is because the pain of change was too hard for me to handle at that time, right? I would try to change the way that I live. And for some reason, it felt so uncomfortable, so gross for me to try and live this new way. I'd faced so many new obstacles. I was just like, I want to quit. I want to quit so fucking bad. And I never understood why. Because I knew in the long run, like, future me would look back on myself and be like, I'm so fucking proud that you stuck it through. But just in that moment, I couldn't do it. The reason that you were giving up so easily and that you were not making the progress that you want to make, or even if you are making a little bit of progress, you keep rubber banding back to the exact same place that you've always been, is because you haven't understood the curve of change. So this is something I learned about in college, and it's one of the reasons why I started going to the gym consistently. What actually got me going is understanding this. Another great sticky note graph by the Luke Grenoble. Can you believe it, fellas? So right here, this is what it looks like to your brain whenever change starts to happen, right? You get in this first stage right here. It's called resistance, where you're here. Change starts, and it fucking sucks, dude. It sucks ass. It sucks a booty until you get to this depression state, right? You're like, oh my God, why did I even start this in the first place? This is when all of the downsides of the change start to hit you. You start going to the gym and then you're like, fuck, my muscles are sore. God, I don't want to eat so much food. Man, I really do not want to go back into the gym today because I'm so tired. My bed is so comfy and I just want to stick around in bed and just not hit the gym. And I'm applying this to the gym, but it can be literally fucking anything, dude. It can be schoolwork. It can be your work, your job, right? Relationships, even. This is getting out and being social on purpose. It's hard to do if you're not used to it. So you get to this state and people give up. People give up here, bro. People give up here, especially here. But what they don't see is on this other side is the acceptance phase, where it starts going up and up and up and up. And not only do you get back up to where you were, you're better off. You're integrated at this point. You've integrated the change, and that means that you are doing even better because you've started going to the gym now. It's easy. It's just not even a question whether you're going to the gym. You just fucking go, dude, because it's who you are. It's what you do. And it feels good to. Now it's harder to take off from the gym than it is to go, right? Once you get to that stage, that is integration. That is fully being on the acceptance side of the equation. So how the fuck do you master this? How the fuck did I start going to the gym consistently? How the fuck do you start talking to people every single day consistently, right? Putting yourself out there. Talking to people who used to be intimidating, talking to girls, right? How do you start doing that shit and making it fucking easy? How do you become this new person? It's by the way that I've found, right? What's worked for me is by not giving yourself a way out. Because this puts you in the state of radical acceptance of I'm just going to accept this change. I have to accept what's right in front of me because there's no other way around it. So first of all, you have to mentally think, I am not going to go today without this thing happening. You have to have this absolute resolve. But on top of that, you have to set up your life. This is a lot about life setup in a way where it makes it so fucking easy to do the right thing, right? I have this ring light behind my desk and I don't take it down because the best thing that I can do to grow this community is to record a video, right? Like scripting is great, editing is great, but the number one thing that I do is record videos because that's where the value is at. That's what brings people together. That's what's sharing my knowledge, right? For the big shit that you were doing, make it so fucking easy. Go to the closest gym near you, even if it doesn't have all the equipment you like. Go to the closest one if it's something you're struggling with, because that's going to make it so fucking easy to just get in the habit. You can go to the better gym later. Right now, get in the fucking habit. Always have your writing utensils out on your desk if you want to start writing more, right? Make it a rule for yourself that you can't go home until 6 p.m. every night so that you stay out and find something to do, whether it's working in a coffee shop, whether it's going out with friends, talking to people, if you want to be more social. Life setup is huge, it's important. But what's also important is the people that you surround yourself with, right? Because you are putting yourself in a culture every single day. Not just this outward, like this huge national culture that you're in, right? Like American culture, Canadian culture, but the culture that you surround yourself with, the people you're around. Every single friend group has a culture. Every romantic relationship has a culture. Every friendship, every family, right? Our gang has a fucking culture, bro. It's a pretty sick one too. But you want to make sure that the culture you are in is getting you where you want to go. Do you want to be more like the people that you surround yourself with? Or are you outgrowing them? Because sometimes that is a tough truth to face. So shortcut these stages of change with hella acceptance by giving yourself no way out, saying, I'm not going to leave this fucking room until the job is done. I am not going to go to bed tonight until I hit this gym. And eventually, you're going to do it so much, you're going to prove to yourself again and again that it's going to be so steeped in who you are that you no longer have to say that to yourself. That now you just think, I do the hard work because it's just who I am. Because this is where you want to be. The most core form of change, right, is your self-identity. There's results, then there's habits, then there's identity. And this is where you want to get. And I've talked about visualizations before, right, to help hack identity, but one of the huge ways that you are going to get there is just by proving it to yourself over and over and over again. I've gone to the gym for 3 months now, in a row. Of course I'm gonna go again tomorrow. I just don't miss because I've gone for 3 months in a row, right? I've been out being social for the past 6 months in a row. I'm not missing tomorrow. When you prove to yourself and you think, I do this hard work just because I am, you become the master of your own image. That's what this is all about. Is not letting other people decide who you are, because everyone fucking has an opinion and they're going to decide and try and put this label on you. If you are like this, you are like this, you do this. But bro, you can decide who you want to be by the people you surround yourself with, by the influences you take in, and by the things that you do every single fucking day. If you want to be buff, go get fucking buff, dude. That's in your power. If you want to be social, go be social. It is in your power. I don't care if you're an extrovert or an introvert, bro. It doesn't matter. You can be social. You can have a great social time if you open up your fucking personality and start putting yourself out there over and over again, right? It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it is, because it's not going to. You're still going to go through this to a degree, right? But the faster that you can get to this level of acceptance, just by this radical acceptance of saying, I'm just doing it. I'm not giving myself any mental torture of things to procrastinate with, of ways out that I can skip it and do it tomorrow. I'm just doing it today. This radical self-acceptance is going to make it hella easier. So I hope you took something away from that. Be the master of your own image, bro, and act now and become unstoppable.